Hello everyone, welcome to my bold and beautiful Gossip Today channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Deacon uncovers significant news about Janet Weber. At Il Giardino, Elder had espresso and murmured to himself about Sugar going through a medical procedure to seem to be Sheila. He looked into Janet Weber's capture on the web and saw a photograph of the Sheila resemble the other the same in jail. Elder said Sheila had deceived Sugar to get Sugar to accept all negative consequences for Sheila's violations. It avowed for him that he wasn't freaking out, however he contemplated whether the dead individual with 10 toes had been Sugar. Minister reviewed the chain of the instant messages he'd found. Sheila had thought about how Sugar had gotten the number. Sugar had said she'd track down Sheila, and Sheila had requested Sugar to let her be. As far as he might be concerned, Sheila had appeared to be terrified, and it was not easy at all to startle Sheila. He contemplated whether Sheila had left town without telling him and on the off chance that she could be in harm's way. As he kept on looking, Elder stumbled upon an article detailing that Janet Weber had been delivered for good conduct several months back however, in front of her probation hearing soon thereafter. Minister said it might have been Sugar at the crematorium with every one of the 10 of her toes. Where in the world is Sheila? Minister shouted. At the Bluff house, Finn and Steffi got back from a dip. As they kissed, Steffi said Lee had been a holy person to let us have the morning. Pulling Finn in for a kiss, Steffi indicated her thought regarding how to use whatever remains of the morning. They were intruded on by pictures from Lee, who'd taken Beth alongside Kelly and Hayes for a playdate. Steffi cherished their mixed family. Finn commented that Trust had dropped off Kelly's goggles, and it had allowed him the opportunity to educate her regarding Minister's hypotheses of Sheila. While talking about Trust's response, Finn commented that Minister had been seeing things, however Finn had, as well, at a certain point. Steffi told Finn not to contrast himself with Minister. She asserted Finn had no way out in being associated with Sheila, however Elder had quite recently jumped into the show, and obviously he will see things. Finn conceded that Sorrow could pull pranks on individuals, and that was the main clarification for Minister's thought process he'd seen. Afterward, Finn said Trust was worried about her dad. Steffi inquired as to why it must be her and Finn's concern and said Minister had decided to cherish that beast. She was sorry and said she didn't maintain that Finn should feel he was unable to converse with her. Finn answered that she'd been his stone, and he was unable to overcome it without her. He felt fortunate to be hitched to her, and his nonsensical association with Sheila didn't measure up to his with Steffi and the children. He expressed that they at absolutely no point ever needed to stress over Sheila in the future. In Eric's office, Brooke strolled in as R.J. was pondering Luna's admission. Brooke attempted to think about why he was disturbed, however he would have rather not discussed it. Figuring it very well may be Luna, Brooke said connections had conflicts and rough times. He answered that it was more than that. She proposed to help. He didn't figure she could. He was unable to accept what he was talking about, however Luna had been with another person, Zend. Afterward, Brooke was stunned and perplexed by the news. R.J. added that Luna had thought she'd been with R.J. subsequent to being medicated by her own mom. Brooke asked how Poppy could be so careless. Every last bit of it was difficult for Brooke to accept, yet R.J. said he trusted Luna. Brooke asked how Zend could make it happen. R.J. needed to remove Zend's head each time he saw Zend, however R.J. guaranteed he wasn't saying Zend enjoyed taking benefit of Luna. R.J. accepted that Zend hadn't realized Luna had been on anything, and R.J. added that his cousin really do nothing against Luna's assent. Brooke concurred yet said everybody knew R.J. Also, Luna had been together for a really long time, and it was an unpardonable selling out. At the point when your dad learns about this, she said. R.J. didn't have any desire to tell Edge, however Brooke demanded that Edge had to be aware. Looking to safeguard Luna, R.J. said he didn't believe that it should get around and have the misreading harmed her standing. Please, Mother. Say nothing. It would annihilate Luna assuming this got out, R.J. finished up. Brooke made a deal to avoid telling Edge, and she contemplated whether Luna was okay. R.J. answered that Luna was destroyed and felt as though she double-crossed him and their loved ones. Brooke attested that Luna wasn't to be faulted, and it had been Poppy's medications. Brooke could hardly comprehend what Luna had felt after awakening and acknowledging what had occurred. Brooke felt liable for Luna, a Forrester understudy, and said it had occurred at the Forrester home. Brooke called it stunning and horrendous. Brooke asked what Zend had been thinking and the way in which he could do that to R.J. Brooke said Zend knew the amount R.J. cherished Luna, and it was a disloyalty. Brooke could perceive the amount R.J. still adored Luna. Brooke vowed not to tell Edge and said she was there for her child and Luna. Brooke trusted R.J. What's more, Luna could return to where they'd been. In the plan office, Luna pondered how she and R.J. had left things. Poppy showed up and embraced her crying girl. Poppy was grieved about her mints. Luna would have rather not examined them and said she realized Poppy felt terrible. Poppy asked how things were with R.J. Luna uncovered that R.J. required time since he was unable to quit imagining her in Zend's arms. Poppy asserted that Luna was honest in every last bit of it, and she inquired as to whether R.J. couldn't pardon her. Luna trusted R.J. could and said she could perceive that he actually adored her. Poppy said that was all that made a difference. Luna inquired as to whether it was all that made a difference, and in the event that it would be that basic for R.J., Luna couldn't fault him for not moving beyond what she'd done. Poppy said Luna was talking as though her activities with Zend had been purposeful. Luna answered that she'd sold out R.J. Poppy expressed that Luna hadn't and could never do that to R.J. intentionally. Luna answered that she ought to never have kept it from R.J., however Poppy called her girl respectable for attempting to safeguard R.J.'s relationship with his cousin. Poppy said that Luna was caring and cherishing, and R.J. knew it. She asked Luna not to lose confidence in that frame of mind. For her. Steffi believes Elder's capricious, and Liam tells Steffi in adoration like theirs never disappears. Elder acknowledges Sheila is alive after Lauren recounted to him the narrative of Sugar. At Il Giardino, Elder has a go at processing Lauren, letting him know that Sugar had plastic medical procedure that made her seem to be indistinguishable from Sheila. Lauren makes sense of Sugar's story. This sounds crazy, he says, taking a beverage. She rehashes it's valid. He accepts this implies that he's not insane all things considered and he saw 10 toes. Lauren says Sheila's mother couldn't differentiate them. This all sounds incredible to him. She's bombshell and wheezes as she discusses what a bad dream Sheila made her life for a really long time. Elder suppositions he's not insane. Elder urges him to educate her all she knows regarding Sheila and Sugar so he can make quick work of this. He realizes that can't be simple for herself and knows a great deal of the horrendous things that Sheila did. Lauren can't comprehend the reason why he let Sheila into his life by any stretch of the imagination. He doesn't know either and presently he needs to sort out what is happening. They go over the tale of how Sugar was Sheila's superintendent and they disappeared to South America. Minister gets some information about Sugar B&B. Sheila had a plastic specialist make Sugar indistinguishable from her and had her have her spot in bondage. Minister is more persuaded the body he saw getting burnt probably been Sheila. Minister summing up Sugar's story. She updates him on how Sugar broke out and went after Scott, outlining Sheila for it. After she was captured, she could see the distinction and the fingerprints didn't coordinate. Sugar had it out for Sheila. Lauren makes sense of that. Sugar is still in jail.